AI agents don't need salaries, sleep, or slack. They need deterministic compute. That single idea changes what DAOs can be. Because most DAOs don't fail due to bad governance, they fail because the execution still depends on people, and people don't always show up. Welcome back to where belief beats fear and ownership beats permission. I'm Easy. This is easy for you to envy crypto. Now let's get into it. Let's be honest about how DAOs actually run. Discord, Telegram, or some combination of both, and also trust. So even when governance happens on chain, the real work still happens off chain. Votes are cast, proposals pass, but execution relies on human follow through. Even when the DAO runs on the NNS, people are still responsible for carrying out the decisions. And that's where the friction enters. Delays, discretion, selective execution. Sometimes nothing happens, other times actions differ away from what actually was voted on. Not always because of bad intent, but because humans introduce interpretation, incentives, and biases. The gap between voting and execution is where DAOs usually lose credibility. Now change one variable. Instead of people interpreting decisions, AI agents handle the execution layer. They observe the treasury, they read the proposals as they're passed, and they act when governance authorizes it to. Nothing extra gets added, nothing gets delayed, and nothing gets quietly reshaped. Actions happen because the system enforces them, not because someone decided to follow through. This only works if the AI is part of the system itself. On most blockchains, AI agents still live off-chain. They rely on servers, APIs, private keys, and trusted operators, which means human discretion quietly re-enters the system. Delays come back, interpretation comes back, and the execution gap reappears. That's not autonomy. That's automation with a human override. One decides to follow through. When AI agents live inside the system, everything changes. Memory doesn't disappear between actions. Execution follows the same rules every time, and governance outcomes are enforced directly, not interpreted. Execution doesn't require reminders, follow-ups, or human mediation. Governance doesn't just vote, it executes itself. And to be clear, this isn't AI ruling humans. Humans still define limits, scopes, and safeguards. AI doesn't decide values. AI enforces outcomes, and that doesn't weaken the governance, it locks it in. When you remove the human bottleneck at the execution layer, you change the entire dynamic of a DAO. Not by trusting less, but by enforcing more. AI DAOs don't replace people. They remove the excuse layer so governance actually governs. And as always, it's belief over fear, ownership over permission, legacy over hype. Stay sovereign, I'm Easy, and I'm out.